Hi, I'm Stuart from SLB Leadworks. Welcome to the next job. Let's go and have a look, see what it's all about. Okay, so here we are. As you can see, we've got these flat roof areas that have been felted. So they're going to require a flash in there to the back wall. It's got a DPC tray in there. This is also then later on going to be monocouche render. So what I've already done is I've already gone through and I've already cut my chase. And being really careful not to touch the tray at all. I was quite lucky on this one because the brickies had given me a bit of muck, and then they put the tray on and then they wiped it out as well, so the tray was off the block. Sometimes you get to jobs and they put the tray straight onto the block and it's so awkward, you have to end up cutting the top of the block off to get underneath the tray. This one was a little bit easier for me, so whoever done that, thank you very much. So it's quite a big area actually. I think it's about 18 metres of flashing or so. So as I say, I've gone through already and I've already cut my chase, and I've just trimmed the DPC tray back where it was needed as well, because some parts it was just sticking a little bit proud. It'll just be easier for when we point it later on with the mastic. And I've also just been through and swept all this felt off as well. In an ideal world it would have been lovely if they'd called me in a little bit earlier and I could have chased this out before they put the felt on, but unfortunately it doesn't always happen that way round. So they've done their bit and I've had to come in after and run my chase. So now it's all ready to go. So what we're going to do now is just get some flashing lead knocked up. So I've got some 150 out here and I've just set myself up a little bench. So I'm going to get a few lengths of flashing knocked up and then I'll catch you in a bit. Okay, so we've got a few lengths knocked up now. Just cut them into 1.5 metres of 150 code 4 with a 25mm turn into the wall. We've also just knocked up our first corner here. Just use a bossing mallet to get in there nicely. So now we've got a few lengths knocked up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start fitting this now. What I'm going to do is start from this point here, come from there, and just work my way through all the way around there, down there and round the other side. And then once we've done that, that's all the flashing in. We're going to have a few saddles to do as well. Got one there. There is also another one bang in the middle. So we've got another saddle just there to do as well. And there'll be another one on this far side, just through here. Just got another saddle just there to do as well. Right, so we'll start getting some of this flashing in and I'll catch you in a bit. Okay, so that's all that flashing in now, all the way around. Just got a couple of bits there to trim on the laps and things. But that's it all in. So what I think I'm going to do now is start looking at these saddle details. Catch you in a bit. Okay, so I'm in the process now of doing this first saddle. What I've done is I've left this 20mm proud to allow for the render, because they're going to have to get some render up behind this. So there it'll go back against the wall, and there it'll just be sticking out 20mm thickness of the render. And obviously that's just a normal corner just to weld in there tight to everything. I've also put a welt on this as well, so that if any water gets in behind, we've got a zinc capping that's going to go on top of this, so if any water gets in there, it's going to hit my welt there and it can't go any further. So I've just got some bits of lead in there at the moment, which I've used to bend that down, so that when I bend that edge down, it doesn't close that welt up, and in a minute I'll take those pieces of lead back out and that should leave me with a nice open welt. So we'll get these gussets welded in, then we can just mark where it turns into the wall and get that dressed in. Okay, so that's that saddle in there now. That's gone in quite nicely actually. So what I'm going to do now is just get the other two in. I'll catch you in a bit. Okay, so I've just finished welding the gussets in on that saddle, so that one's done as well. And also I've just given this all a coat of oil, and that's darkened that all up quite nicely all the way through there. That saddle there is done as well now, so that's all the saddles done, all the flashings in, it's all oiled. So the only thing left to do now is the mastic pointing. I've got to say it's probably my least favourite part of the job, but you know, it's all part of it, we've got to do it. So that's the next stage. I think we'll start there and just work our way around. Okay, so I've just finished all this masticing now, all the way around. It's quite a big joint, so it was quite difficult actually to get it looking okay, but I think I've done all right. So that's now ready for the renderers to put their stop bead slightly over it, and they can render that wall now. So that is job done. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. You can check me out on Instagram at SLB Leadworks. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Hopefully catch you in the next. Cheers.